Good morning everyone. So I'm here in Ullswater where I've stayed overnight. I've been on my way back up to the Highlands, and I've stopped at Ullswater just up the road here, and wow, there's a scene here that I've wanted to photograph for a long time, and last time I was here it was very wet and boggy and not particularly interesting, but have a look at this. Now this is the boathouse on Ullswater, and what we've got in the background is some lovely, wonderful mist, which looks amazing. So I'm going to quickly photograph this on the way up to Scotland, and we're going to go and see an exhibition first of all, about 3 hours away, and then up to Glencoe. So let me shoot this while the conditions are looking great. The Ullswater boathouse into mist. Welcome to the video. Hope you enjoy it. And what I've done is I've shot it straight forward with a 24-200. I've done some at 24. I think I'm preferring the ones around 50mm, but I've also done a panoramic, so I've turned the camera portrait and just shot it that way, which I'll stitch together. But interesting to see what that looks like, because actually the mountains with the mist and the fog just lying across the top will actually look really good, and the boathouse is going to be on the right hand side pointing into the picture, so it's a perfect composition. The water's beautiful. It's a slight ripple, so I might just try and slow this down a little bit. I'm at 60th of a second at f11 at the moment, which actually, you know what, I don't think that's going to be too bad. I might just go back and get my neutral densities and do slightly longer exposure maybe, but just the most glorious day. So out of all the pictures, this is my favourite. It's a panoramic. It's about 10 images stitched together, polarizer and then defilter just to smooth out the water. What a wonderful start to the day. And actually, talking about panoramics, we popped in to see Stuart. And you've heard me mention Stuart on the channel before. Check him out. Lens District is his handle on Twitter, and that's his website. And he's got a brand new shop. We stopped quickly to have a chat with Stu. Had a look at his pictures, and the images are fantastic. After that, the mist rolled in and rolled out, and we stopped at the Cairn Services for a coffee and sausage roll. So the sausage roll was wonderful. We've driven another hour and a half now. We've just gone on the outskirts of Glasgow, and I want to just stop on my way up to Glencoe. I want to stop here. This is a place called the Smithy Gallery, and inside is an exhibition by 3 rather good landscape photographers, Dylan Nardini, Grant Bullock and David Queenan, who are all 3 of them fantastic, and the images hopefully are going to be fantastic. I'm sure they are. I follow them on Twitter and all of their work is really good. Highly recommended. I'll put their links down below. So Dylan said actually he might be here soon, so I might get to meet him, but for now let's go inside and have a look, because looking at other people's work is a really good way of improving your own. Let's go and have a look now and see what we can find. And here I am in Glencoe, and I'm standing in front of a wonderful little loch called Lochan. It's one of those secret places that people just don't seem to know about, but luckily for me, Gary knew all about it when we were here last time, and I found my way back, because last time I shot this, it was a nice evening, the The shoot went really well, but the start of the video was just completely out of focus. Couldn't use it, it was unusable. And I did think I was going to have to throw the video away, but the video itself, or the actual content of the images, are really nice. So I thought I'd come back and just redo the introduction. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to shoot another picture in front of me, which I've kind of been thinking about since I got home. And there's some wonderful reflections. And the trees this time have gone a lovely green. They've leafed up, they look lovely. Some beautiful different colour greens here and some reflections in the water. So I'm going to set this up and shoot it. While I'm doing that, let me take you back to March and show you what I did back in the winter. See you in a minute. Right, so I put the 14 to 30 on now. Tripod's quite low, and again I'm just working with the fact that this rock, which is covered in lovely moss, is pointing to the tree and the tree's pointing towards the mountain. What you don't want in a shot like this is too much water, but I also want to get the reflection of the mountains in. So it's kind of getting the tripod in the right position, which with a 14 to 30 is very kind of delicate. Centimetres matter. So we're going to sort this out. Got a polarizer on the front just so we can see into the Lochan, and there's a little bit of a ripple, so I'll just see what shutter speed we're getting, but I might just put an ND on just to make sure that that's completely clear. It looks absolutely wonderful. Right, let's shoot that now. Right, so it's already nice and warm. I'm taking the hat off. So we've gone. I put a 4-stop neutral density filter on just to smooth any movements in the water at all, most of which are caused by me with my foot. So I'm going to focus stack this. This is 14mm f11 ISO 64 1.5 seconds. Beautiful. Right, here comes the picture. Tell me what you think. I'm going to move around and maybe we'll wait for sunset. Just wish. Always unhappy, always moaning. Just wish there was some more clouds above the mountains. They've all gone, but that doesn't mean we may get some more coming back. So fingers crossed. I think now this is probably where we're going to end up doing sunset. So we're going to sit and wait now and just see what happens. But what a wonderful place to be. It's beautiful still, Lochan in the heart of Glencoe. Okay, and what you can see in here, in the reflection of the water, are those clouds I was after. Unbelievably, we've got some. What is going on? That never happens to me. Brilliant. So it's clouding up nicely. Sunset is about, I don't know, the colours are going to come in about half an hour. So we're going to stay here. The composition here, by the way, I had to get higher up on the tripod so that I can get the top of the mountain in, so I don't lose the reflection, because I've got this tree, this fallen silver birch, and a rock which is pointing towards the island, which doesn't show very well on the back of the camera, but I know that the shadows can be brought up really nicely. So I'm just going to make sure I don't overexpose the sky. So I'm going to be looking at that, and the tree goes to the clump of trees which point upwards at the clouds and the mountains, and then we get the reflection of the clouds in the sky. 4-stop ND, polarizer, job done. Now got to wait for the light, but I'm going to take a few here. It's getting a bit nippy, so I've put my hat back on. So we're going to finish. About to say it looking lovely, but the light's just gone for a second. Hopefully it'll come back. We're going to finish with a panoramic, and got the tripod all level, the bubble head. I'll show you how to do that in next week's video. I'll show you how we used to do it with something called a Panasaurus head, and I've brought that with me so I can show you, and then I'll show you how you do it now. I mean, it's so easy now, even my iPhone does it, so without just sweeping it. But this, I'm going to stitch this together, cross the lock. It's going to get the tree that you saw earlier in, the little island, and then we've got something on the right to balance it. But more of that next week. Sunset is in half an hour. What I've now got is colour in the clouds, but no light on the mountains. Hopefully, if it clears on the horizon, we could get both, and this could look fantastic. Now it's just a question of waiting. So this is the composition, and I've also done yet another pan, just thinking about these trees and this bit of greenery here. I'm really ignoring the mountains, I'm using it just as a bit of background. So I'm going to shoot this straight. I have got a polarizer on the front, which you would thought I wouldn't really need for reflections because it completely defeats the object. I'm just darkening down some of the reflections, so the polarizer is just kind of just controlling them for me. I still do want the reflections in the water, but I don't want it too glary. So just going to play around with that. I'm going to shoot this pan, and then I'll show you what we've got. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. 2 vlogs for the price of 1. How about that, hey? But as I said, next week it's all about panoramics. So until then, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on Sunday, 6 o'clock. Take care, bye.